Hi, so today's video is going to be really fun and short. I'm going to do smoked winged liner on my hooded eyes, and I just want to show you some tips and tricks on how I like to do that. Now, I'm not a makeup artist, this is just what I have found works for me. So if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing, it means so much to me, and now let's get into it. I did slick my brows back today because the makeup that I'm going to do today has to last like 12 plus hours. So this is gonna help my brows stay in place. I have to say I really do miss my brows being slicked back. I think it just lifts my face a bit and I really like that effect. So yeah, I'm really enjoying these brows today. So I'm gonna start with prepping my eyelids, and I'm just gonna use my Rare Beauty eye primer. And I'm just gonna use my finger to blend this out. Now this wing that I'm about to do, you can achieve with pretty much anything. You can achieve with eyeshadow, with liquid liner, with gel liner, with pretty much any type of liner. I personally enjoy doing it with an eyeshadow because I feel like it's really easy to use and you can clean it up easily if you mess something up. So if you are a beginner, I would definitely recommend starting with an eyeshadow. Today, since my makeup has to last really long hours, I'm afraid my eyeshadow is kind of gonna disappear. So I'm gonna use this Mlet Cosmetics Slick Waterline eye pencil. This is a very creamy eye pencil and it is the only one I recommend for hooded eyes. It has to be really creamy because otherwise it's just not gonna work, especially if you have a hooded eyes. Just make sure that if you're using a pencil that it's really creamy, because you really do need a creamy eye pencil for this look. So I'm gonna use the Mlet Cosmetics eye pencil. This one is in the shade Cacao. I like to do my smoked liner most of the times brown. You can definitely do it in black as well, but it is again a bit more messy, a bit more harder to clean up. I'm gonna start on this eye. So what I like to do for my hooded eyes personally, I like my liner to be a bit more straight, so not so much going upwards, but a bit more straight. I just feel like it suits my eye shape better, and I think it's also easier to do if you have hooded eyes. This is really hard to do and film at the same time, so hopefully it's gonna turn out okay. So I'm basically gonna start where my lower and upper lash line meet, so like right at this spot here. This doesn't have to be perfect, you can clean up anything, but I just wanna create a general shape for the beginning. So I'm just gonna draw a line pretty much straight. Kind of like that. I'm gonna go over that. Okay, I think I'm happy with this angle. And the most important thing when you're doing eyeliner and if you have hooded eyes, do not close your eyes. You just have to look straight in the mirror, because if you close your eyes, it's gonna look messed up. It's not gonna look good, okay? So you have to keep your eyes open and you have to look straight. Don't look up, don't look down, just straight. And I'm just gonna go from this very last point of the swing across this hood that I have. Now you're left with pretty much like a halfway down wing. That's okay. Now I'm gonna take this pencil and I'm just gonna fill these gaps. But I'm keeping my eyes open so that I don't overfill and I get a different shape. Okay, I do feel like I need to sharpen this because it's not really performing that great right now. Okay, I did sharpen it just a bit, so hopefully now it's gonna be a bit better. I'm just gonna go over this shape that I have one more time just so it's more pigmented. Now you're left with this shape that's going to be very unique to your own eyes, and it might not be the same on this eye, but that's okay. Now I find that for hooded eyes, smoky liner works the best because it's a bit more forgiving. I feel like this is a bit harsh and it can look a bit odd on my hooded eyes. Okay, now I'm gonna take this angled brush that I usually use for my brows. It's just a random art store brush. Try and kind of blend this so the edges are not as harsh. So just keep your eye open and blend towards your lash line. I'm also gonna blend it outwards so it gets a really nice blown out effect. This is pretty much almost done. I'm just gonna go over all of this one more time with this eyeliner because I feel like I lost some color blending it out. So I'm just gonna go over it one more time. And I'm gonna go back to the single brush and blend it towards my lash line one more time. I really feel like when it comes to liner and hooded eyes, practice is everything. I used to walk around with such shitty eyeliner until I learned how to do it, but it took me literally years to learn how to do liner to suit my eye shape and my hooded eyes, because again, everyone's hooded eyes is different and what works for someone might not work for you. So I think practice is the best way to go. I really like my wing to end like right here, so it's pretty much like at the very end of my eye, because I feel like for my hooded eyes it just does not look good if I bring my eyeliner like even like halfway across my lid. I just don't feel like it suits my eye shape personally, so I just leave it like this. So the best advice for me to give is when you look straight, you want this whole liner to look straight. You see, when I look like, I don't know how to show you this. So when I look straight into my mirror, like my eyeliner literally is a straight line. That's how you know it's gonna look good when you open your eyes, because when you close, because it doesn't really matter how it looks when you close your eyes, because when I close my eyes it's not a straight line, but when I open my eyes and when I look straight, I have a very straight line. And I feel like that's what helps me the most to know whether my eyeliner is gonna look good or not, is if my line is completely straight or as straight as possible. You could leave this here. I like to do this liner look very often as well, but what I have found works really well for hooded eyes is to kind of, I don't know how to explain this. So basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to blend it a bit into my crease to kind of hug this hood that I have, and I feel like it looks very flattering for hooded eyes. So let's see. So I'm going to find the spot where my liner touches this. Is this even called a hood? I'm going to call it a hood. Hopefully it's called a hood. I'm going to start from that spot and I'm going to blend this liner into my crease very slowly. See how that already creates a different shape? I really like this shape for hooded eyes. I think it's so flattering. I'm gonna take a bit more of this eye pencil just in this spot where I want to blend a bit more, so I have something to work with. And now let's blend. You can bring this in as much as you want. I really like to bring it in like just a very small amount to get this kind of like a, I don't know, a V shape, a U shape, I'm not sure, but I think it's really, really flattering. On my eye shape at least. I'm just gonna go back to this eye pencil one more time because I feel like I have lost some color there. And now let's blend again. This is a process and it does take time, but I feel like the end result is worth it. Okay, I feel like I'm happy with this right now. So you can see this shape is very unique. But I feel like when I close my eye, it looks so flattering for my hooded eyes. Now, I personally really like to sharpen this. So I'm going to take a Q-tip and some micellar water, and I'm going to sharpen this wing. So here's what I'm left with, a very sharp wing, and that's what I really, really like. Now, I do like to take some bronzer and run that through my crease just so I don't have a bare lid. So I'm gonna take some of my Pat McGrath bronzer in the shade Naked Desire, and I'm gonna take this ColourPop E9 brush, and I'm just gonna run some of this bronzer through my crease, but very carefully so I don't disturb any of this shape that I worked so hard on. I'm just gonna kind of connect it to this liner I have. I feel like that already looks better. I know it does not look like much of a difference, but I do feel like it makes a huge difference. Okay, I feel like this took longer than I expected, so I'm gonna go and do the other eye off camera, and I'll be right back. Okay, the wings are done. So as you can see, they're definitely sisters, not twins, but that's okay because our eyes are not twins either, so it really doesn't have to be the same. It is similar enough. Don't stress about it as much as I did when I was younger, because it's just eyeliner, and even if it's not perfect, that's okay. The more you do it, the better it's gonna get, the better your skills are gonna get, and this definitely does take a while to do, but I really, really do like this end result. I feel like it's so flattering on my hooded eyes. So I'm gonna go and do my base off camera, and I'll be back to show you the final result. Okay, I just finished my base. For mascara, I just used the L'Oreal Telescopic Lips Mascara, and here are the eyes all done. Okay, I feel like I'm looking kind of shiny, so I'm just gonna use some of my Huda Beauty powder and Pound Cake, and I'm just gonna set the center of my face because I'm looking quite glowy. That's a bit better. So here's another close-up of my eye look. Okay, and this is the finished look. I am just obsessed with this eyeliner. I would literally do this every day if it didn't take me as long as it does. So yeah, I really hope this video made sense. I don't think I'm the best at explaining things. So yeah, that's pretty much all for today. Thank you so much for watching, and bye.